So what's good, traders, and welcome back. Today I'm going to teach you how to trade XAUSD like a professional trader. So most of the people have been asking me, but Paul, how are you able to become profitable trading XAUSD? So first of all, I would love to tell people that I'm a full-time trader and I'm a university trader still. So what does that mean? I'm balancing books and Forex, and it's not something easy, but I still manage to make profit because I'm able to plan my schedule very well, right? So how do you trade XAUSD? First of all, what do you understand by XAU? What do you think XAUSD is? Most of you don't even understand. You hear XAU. It is gold against the United States dollar. We are trading literally gold against the United States dollar, right? So how do you make money trading gold, and how do you become consistent, right? So gold is a commodity. Most of the people don't understand this. They think it is a currency pair. Gold is not a currency pair because currency pairs are for countries. Rather GBP USD, Great Britain against the pound, against the yen rather, like they are all those are currencies. But for gold now, gold is moving based off some other factors because XAU is AU. We remember when we were studying in local schools, they used to tell us XAU is a symbol in chemistry. XAU is gold, right? So how do you trade gold profitably? First of all, you need to understand that gold is moving anytime. Anybody who trades gold in any session, they will make money if it is a good setup because it doesn't have regulations. But now personally me, I'm using the 1 hour time frame because I'm a day trader. I'm using the 1 hour time frame, combining it with the 15-minute entry, right? So what does that mean? I'll be able to trade XAU based off that. I'm going to take setups which are quality over quantity, and the reason is that when you're using a 1 hour time frame, trades are not going to oftenly come. You're not going to be having trades from morning to evening, right? So how do you deal with that? You deal with that in a way that understanding that I might take only one trade a week or two trades a week on XAUSD, but those two trades, even if they hit stop loss, I have been patient. It is trying to teach you patience. So one of the things that can make you a profitable trader trading gold is patience. Understand quality setups take time to form, right? And when you're trading gold, another thing I want you to understand is that you have to understand the lot size that you're using. I already see people on a $20 account, they are using 0.15 times lot size, and I was like, yo, but these ones most of the times they are either risking it all or they don't care, they don't know what they're doing, right? So if you want to, if you actually, by the way, I think because we have opened our program for mentorship, if you're finding issues with those funny things about how to start trading, I'll guide you personally. I'll do a one-on-one with you, and just I'll leave a link in the description for you, right? So mentorship is available. And then now let's talk now gold. 1 hour time frame, 15 minutes, that is what I use basically. And then also patience, but then understanding the lot size that you're going to use, right? So on the lot size part here now is, you will always find me, and I'm now trading with 100k accounts. Those are funded accounts, they're not my money, but I will get paid. But one thing I want you to understand is that when you're trading with XAUSD, you may find like an order block, like let's say an order block is big, you will find that XAU on that order block, if you're using one standard lot size, you'll be risking like $6,000. If you're using 0.01, you'll be risking like $60. That is XAUSD, and most people fail to understand that. At the moment you don't understand how XAU moves, it becomes so hard for you to make profit, because the way it is going to move is going to determine how you're going to take trades, because you might not have the best entries, but at least you know your risk management is in check. So if, let's say for example, I'm using let's say I have a small account, I'm using 0.01, I will accept if it is $30 stop loss, I will put that. $25 per stop loss, I'll put that, right? But then the profit should be now 3 times that, you get. So price, if at all, gold has mood swings, by the way, and one thing I've learned about gold is it is going to punish most of us because we don't give it time to play around, right? So someone will see, they will take a trade, for example 0.01. If it is a good trade and then it starts going in blues, excitement now comes. You're like, maybe if I withdraw this and I go out, blah blah. You plan for the money before you even withdraw the money, and that is something very bad. So as a trader, what you're supposed to do is be patient with gold. And then another thing that I want you to tell you, if you're trading gold, that I want to make sure that you master, is detachment. You see that thing of checking on the Forex chart all the time from morning to evening. You're like, you're taking the trade, now you're checking how far, like all the time you're getting caught up on the trade, bro. That is keeping you behind. So if you want to trade gold like a professional trader who's making consistent profits, take the trade, set your stop loss and the take profit, go off the charts. You literally set those things for a reason, and the moment you go against them, that means that you're going against your own plan, right? So now that is the problem with trading. Trading requires you to have that mindset, that disciplined mindset. If you don't have that disciplined mindset, trading gold is going to be hard for you. So another thing that I want you to understand when you're trading gold for it to become profitable is risk to reward ratio. Now this one is, I might have brought it up at the end, but it is very important because you cannot be risking $1 to make $1 on gold. If you have 4 losses, you'll be down 4%. But if you're risking $1 to make $2, if you're risking $1 to make $3, bro, even if you have 4 losses, they can be covered within two or one trades. Because if I'm someone who targets a 1 to 3 ratio, you will always find me having, like, if I have losses, I'm also normal. I take losses. Yes, I'm a professional trader, but I also take losses. But what happens is that now most of the people don't understand this. When you're trading forex, the main thing that you should focus on is to make sure that losses are reduced. Keep the losses less, make the profits run. It's like cut the losers. Yes, cut the losers, let the profits run, right? So it means that now if I'm targeting a 1 to 3 ratio, I might have 2 good trades and I will be up in profit for the whole, like, let's say the whole month. But that's what professional traders don't tell you, and I'm telling it to you here for free. So I want to see you win. And one thing I know about trading is when you lock in, when you correct your mistakes and learn from them, everything is going to go kawa. You're going to make money, and it might not be consistent money, but profits are going to come, right? So if I was to be a trader, if I was to encourage you as a professional trader, let's say you're a beginner trader, I would encourage you not to start with gold. And if you start with gold, please try to know its weakness. It's like when you're trying to fall in love with someone, you need to understand their habits, you need to understand how they move, what they like. So it's the same thing as gold. Gold, I know now, for example, me, I'm trading New York session, because that is when I come back from university, and I'm always like, you know what, now me as a trader, I'm going to do this and this and at this time. So XAUUSD is going to be, that is my session. I've back tested, right? So the last thing I want you to do, the last very important thing to trade XAUUSD profitably is backtest. I don't know how I'm going to mention this, but backtest, 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 backtest. So when you do backtesting, it simply means that you know what you're doing. You have collected data, you have confidence in whatever you're doing, right? Unlike someone who doesn't backtest. When you don't backtest, it simply means that now you're trading best of hope, literally, right? And I don't want you to be there as a trader, you're trading saying, God help me, let me be a better trader. No, you will be better when you improve and learn from those mistakes, right? So as a professional trader, I would encourage you, backtest. When you collect data, you now remove that fear, the confidence comes and you become profitable, right? I hope we are together, my dear. I hope you understand trading is hard, but if you put in the work, if you become that consistent, that hungry, trust me, if you're learning from your mistakes, trading XAUUSD is very, very simple and you'll be able to use it. So to make a recap of what I've said, we are trading using the 1 hour and the 15 minutes as a day trader personally. That is how I trade, and I'm backtesting, I'm journaling, I'm also thinking long term. I'm not trying to become rich quick, and then I'm using risk management and I'm detaching myself from the trade. So you clearly see that I have a strict guideline that helps me